Hey guys, welcome to episode 10 of Delicious in Dungeon, my reaction to it. So where we last left off was them dealing with them running back into Namari, meeting her and her party, figuring out what she's been up to. She made amends in a sense by because she felt guilty essentially for leaving him, but she desperately needs the money. So they ended up meeting her. They ended up fighting a water spirit, which we really got a lot of action from Marcel's. Like, it's pretty fun to watch her try to battle that thing, and then they had to trap it with Senshi's what is it, adamantite pot and pan. So he literally has a legendary pot or pan or whatever you want to call it. He's just lugging on his back that he just melted down. That used to be a shield, like a family shield or something. So but other than that, it was a good episode. We got to meet Namari. She made amends. I'm certain we're going to see more of her. She decided to stick with the party she's in now, so we'll probably cross paths with her again in the future. But for now, they made it sound like they're getting pretty dang close to the dragon, so we'll have to see what lies in store for them this episode. So let's go ahead and get going. Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so they are going right down to where... So this has all been on the same floor since they met the orcs. Marcel has the worst luck with these plants. I feel like they always get her. Oh, yikes. Oh, frogs? Well, Laos is now useless without his sword. It just takes him and drops him down the stairs. He's gonna take it too, or is he too strong? The only thing I can think of is like the frogs have adapted to the, like have grown and adapted to the plants. So maybe they're not a good source of food or something. I don't know. This reminds me of Konosuba, 100%. Get ate by frogs. They're gonna cook frog. Oh, French cuisine. I don't know. Is there other nations that like? I mean, France is very famous for, cooking frog. But is frog actually a pretty common delicacy in other countries outside of France? She's gonna wear it. Don't tell me this works. It worked! Are you kidding me? Yeah, but how did the orcs get through this then? Did they do something similar? Or have they adapted to the plants too? Oh my god! That's so nasty. That's nasty as hell. Wait, transporting through paintings. Interesting. So they literally are teleporting through paintings, which reminds me of that episode earlier. So we're gonna get a little bit more lore about dwarves too, huh? Well, I think that the Mad Mage is that elf that almost attacked, well, tried to attack Klaus in the painting. So the humans got it off them, who they took it from the dwarves. Because it's like the cure to immortality, or mortality, I should say. It's kind of like an attaching your soul to to an object sort of thing, kind of like a Horcrux or something, but rather than a small object, it's the entire dungeon. They're kind of psychopaths. They'll make it because they're fucking crazy. So she's checking in on them to see if they've recovered her body. Yeah. Yeah, it would be spooky to be walking through like an abandoned underground city, or it used to be a giant kingdom, you know? Who knows how old it is since since it was last like inhabited, right? Outside of the orcs. Ooh, charred remains. Probably the dragon. Yeah. Who knows how long it's been? But they've fought dragons before and beat them. Yeah, your strategy has to change. I wonder if they're going to team up with, like if Namari's going to come in and they'll team up with her. Or perhaps that party that they keep saving their lives. Maybe they'll team up with them. trap for it. That makes the most sense. Setting up some sort of... Yeah, rather than just brute force taking it on. Lure it into a trap that they've set for it. Which would be different than how they faced it last time. Last time they just... like a normal boss raid. He's all defensive. Yeah, that pot's gonna come in handy, and I wonder what they're gonna make this dragon into as far as meal wise. You know, Senchi's got an idea of what he wants to cook it up as. Yeah. It's just like Lau said at the very beginning of the show, though. Like when it was the first fight. They were all so hungry that they all kind of lost. They were distracted. At least they're going to be fighting on a full stomach. Assuming they find the dragon here. I love Senchi. He looks... Here it is. The boss fight begins. Will they sit? Are they going? They're going to beat the dragon somehow, but are they going to save FALIN? That's the question I have. Okay, so there was episode 10. Yep, they're starting the boss fight with the red dragon. So, yeah, I'm actually curious. It gets me thinking, when it was episode 10, how many episodes are we getting this season? Are we getting like 12 or something? So, yeah, I haven't really looked into that at all. Maybe one of you guys let me know in the comments as far as if you know how many episodes this season's supposed to be. But I know the manga goes a lot farther, or manga, light novel. It's a manga first, right? It's not based off a light novel, then a manga. I think it's a manga first. But anyway, I'm pretty sure the manga goes quite a bit farther than this part of the story. So we'll have to see what happens as far as the red dragon. Are they going to be able to save FALIN? I don't know. Part of me, I have just like a gut feeling that FALIN, like saving FALIN's going to be pushed out somehow. Like there's going to be something that delays them. I just don't know what it would be, other than maybe the dragon didn't eat her. Maybe it spit her out and she's lost. Who knows? I don't know. But we'll have to see what happens when they beat this dragon and what happened to FALIN. I know they haven't found Namari didn't find FALIN's body, and we haven't met the samurai dude who seems to love FALIN. So I don't know. Part of me just has a gut feeling that even when they beat the dragon, they're gonna learn that FALIN's not there. So, but she's not dead either. So we'll have to see. But other than that, I know the story goes a lot farther than that. So we'll have to see where it goes there. But yeah, they're building up for the big boss fight. At least from the beginning of the show, this was the fight that they were leading up to. So we'll have to see how it goes. Their party's smaller and probably weaker, but they're seeming to have a good plan in mind to even the scales a little bit. So Yeah, awesome. Well, I imagine next episode's going to be awesome, and we'll just have to see how it goes. But for now, if you guys would please like, subscribe, comment, I'd appreciate that. Let me know if you have any idea about how long this season's going to be, if we're just getting like 12 episodes or if we're getting like a 24 episode season. I hope that Trigger just keeps doing this show until, they completely adapt it, because I've just heard nothing but great things about this show, and so far up to episode 10 I've really enjoyed it, so I definitely want to see more. And you can see them planting seeds of the bigger plot of the dungeon kind of as we've gone along. So, and they've been super creative with how the author mangaka has been super creative with like the monster, like how the monsters work, doing things with like every monster, even some like the living armor and the ghosts and all that sort of stuff, still tie back into being living creatures or some way to eat them. So so there's just been a lot of creativity that's gone into this show, and I'm glad to see it. But other than that, you guys have a great one. We'll talk to you again later. See ya.